I write poetry. It's rarely happy poetry, usually doesn't rhyme, and yet it reflects an emotion, a feeling, a thought process that I'm having. And inevitably, there's much truth in it for me, and I have found that others also recognize the vein that applies to them. I was having some mental battles on the weekend, and as I was listening to some beautiful music that a friend had posted a link to on Facebook, it touched me in the place where my poetry comes from. There's a particular feeling that I get when I know that the only voice that will ease it is within, and it's a poem. So I wanted to share this with you. I warn you though, it's dark, and so if that's not where you're at right now, please feel free to stop and move on. Perhaps this pain overpowers. It creates fear, withholding, deep aching, and to cope, I reflect it out upon others who cannot defend against my pain. It seems to turn to ugly darkness in the blinding flash. And once again, I cry out, please God, take it away. It doesn't make sense. It has no voice of reason. It has no truth, and yet it tears and rains down rage amid powerless darkness. It destroys once again a connection that once healed me. Perhaps that's the purpose, to destroy the hope and once again, my only friend, the pain. I cry out for God to change it, and yet I know He knows my hurt, and He waits for me to put it down. He hears me say over and over, please God, make it go. He waits. It must be my choice. Him or darkness. Fear or freedom, pain or love. It's all in me, and I must decide to put down the weapons and pick up His love. Is that the deepest connection I hold myself back from? Is it Him? Is that why He waits? He is the connection to peace in all other places. How ironic. How curious that the darkness that destroys is actually the wall I build to keep me from finding peace in Him. Perhaps I am afraid to truly place my heart at His altar because it comes with so much pain, hurt, anger, unforgiveness, so much humanness, so much weakness, so much fear, so little control. And so, here is the measure that weighs in my balance to find His peace. He must become one with me. I must let the connection be. He must be one with me, and I must let it be. Perhaps I share and reflect on truth, and I tear down the wall of resolved aloneness, and I become one with Him when I kneel before Him and feel the stilled storm and recognize I am home again. We can have those experiences where we reflect our emotions out onto others because we don't know how to process them ourselves. Mirror work, it's hugely important. Look at yourself. How does that reflect how you're feeling inside? Step back, take a breath, reevaluate. Perhaps there's a different picture there than you recognized.